Dishonored. One of the most interesting and very underwhelming titles of its generation when this game initially came out. But however, after a lot of people finished this game, it got highly critical reviews. A lot of people really enjoyed this game. This game is made by Arcane Studios, and I think Arcane Studios did a great job of making a game to where it has a morality system, to where it's called high chaos versus low chaos. Low chaos is based on stealth and no kills. High chaos, however, is when you kill everybody and more rats will be able to plague the city of Dunwall. So, to much further ado, we are going to talk more about this game. I think when it comes to Dishonored, this is one of the most intriguing worlds of a game. I really think that Dishonored did something very special to where, you know, amongst like Prey 2017 versus Dishonored or Dishonored 2, they are very distinguished games. They are very different in their own types of playstyle, and that's where Dishonored and Dishonored 2 and Prey are very different, or some similarities there too to what the Dishonored games and what Prey 2017 does in terms of its own unique gameplay styles of each type of Dishonored, Dishonored 2, or Prey 2017. Now, Dishonored, I believe, is one of those games to where it's always going to be something different. Each gameplay is going to be different into its own unique way and or style. Like I said, you can choose between stealth, low chaos, like I said, or high chaos, where you can just go around killing everybody with pistols and razor blades or that sort of thing, or tripwires. You can do a lot in this game. But I think when it comes to Dishonored, it's modern Thief. Let's just put it that way. But you are able to kill. Now, I kind of want to discuss a little bit about, you know, being able, how Dishonored is similar to that of the original Thief games. Especially Thief, The Dark Project, or Thief 2, The Metal Age. Yes, you can kill in this game. I don't highly recommend it because you will get killed. You will get murdered. I'm sorry for saying that. But that's been pretty much what this game does. But when you're in low chaos doing stealth, this game very much utilizes some risk and reward type of management. I believe when it comes to Dishonored, it does, like I said, it just does something to that of what Prey doesn't do. Prey 2017 does reward you a certain type of degree. There is like a risk and reward management to that, however, but it has to do with, you know, with Prey 2017 and Dishonored do is that they have their own unique type of worlds. Their own type, the gameplay structure can be somewhat different. It depends on how you play. But what Dishonored is one of the most greatest things that you can ever do. You can do drop assassinations, kind of like Assassin's Creed. While Dishonored comes vainly close to that of Assassin's Creed by being able to do the drop assassinations, but however, I think what Dishonored does, it has that unique type of steampunkish type of setting. With the original Thief games, however, they were able to do a different their own different style or different tone of verticality in their own unique way. But with Dishonored, there is some verticality involved. Yeah, you have a power called Blink, and Blink is able to let you traverse through the world of Dunwall. You can go higher up on certain types of buildings. You can clamber up on some light fixtures, and you can do a lot with the Blink as Corvo Attano. But I believe what makes Dishonored even more unique, other than from what the abilities that you can do within this game, like Blink or Dark Eye, or whatever it's called, that is basically a type of night vision of sorts. And what that does, it'll help Corvo Attano being able to traverse more certain types of areas, but able to not hear, but also see the enemy's highlights of where they will walk, or run, or just traverse wherever they want to traverse. Obviously, the enemies cannot traverse like what Corvo Tano does, but it also see the enemy's footsteps and where they will go, and that'll help you being able to do a much better stealth versus through the high chaos. Now, I'm sorry for my little bit of a monotone. I'm trying to be a little bit more intriguing or mysterious in my voice tonality. But I think where Dishonored, it's one of those very unique games to where I think that each playstyle, whatever you do, whether if it's low chaos or whether if it's high chaos, there's always going to be some type of experimentation involved. Prey 2017 does that as well, but with Prey, you can't use Blink, you can't use Dark Eye to see your enemy's movements. But that's where Dishonored is very different in that type of fantasy gameplay style. Now, what I want to say here, though, too, there's another unique ability that you can be able to do or obtain through runes. Runes are a special type of commodity in Dishonored or in Dishonored 2 to where you are able to manipulate certain types of powers and what you want to utilize those powers to your given type of playstyle. If you want to be that low level chaos, you can do that. I prefer, if you're going to go with low chaos, you might want to go with either the Dark Eye, and there's another ability called I forget, Shadow Walker, I believe it's called, or Shadow, something like that, or therefore you are able to have the enemies turn into dust. And what that really helps when it comes to having more enemies in one specific type of area, then they will not be able to find that other type of enemy because they are ash. And it's a very unique type of ability. I do highly recommend using that if you want to go a little bit of a high chaos stealth playthrough. I've done it. It's very rewarding, but however, the more high chaos that you create with Corvo, you will get more rats within the game. And that's where the morality system starts or begins and ends with in Dishonored. And that's where I think where Dishonored is a different type of game. It's a different type of fantasy to that of Prey 2017. Now, I will, however, make a video on Dishonored 2 at some point. But, however, I've been meaning to make a Dishonored video for quite some time because I really love these games. You know, other than what Prey 2017 does in terms of what kind of gameplay styles that you can do, Dishonored is no different. But the only thing that from Dishonored and Prey does is that Dishonored, you use different types of abilities if you want to go that route of going to the Outsider and retrieve these types of powers. You do not do this in Prey 2017. So that's what makes Dishonored so distinguished and different from that of Prey 2017. I know that it's very interesting of how I differentiate between Prey 2017 and Dishonored, but you know, even though that these games are made by the same company, but however, I do believe that Prey 2017 or Dishonored 2 or Dishonored Death from the Outsider, they are just very, very intriguing and very popular games that I should definitely recommend to anybody who wants to play these types of games. I do believe that when it comes to these types of games, they will always be one of those main games that I think that they're very influential. I really, like I said, when it comes to the Dishonored games, like I said before in this video, they play much like that of a modern thief. There is some thief-type qualities in this game. And now, what I was going to say is that the people that made the Dishonored games, especially Prey 2017, they came from a series of games back in the day. They made the original Thief franchise from Looking Glass Studios, and it's the same thing with Prey, obviously. And so, most of the majority of the people that work at Arcane that made the Dishonored games and the Prey 2017 came from that type of era to where those original Thief games that we know well and loved. and were very popularized. And so that's where I believe that Dishonored, it will always remain one of those types of games that, to where it, like I said, it plays like a modern thief, but you can kill. But like I said, the Dishonored games have a different type of morality system, to where it's low chaos and high chaos. And that's where the Dishonored games really fall in line of being so different from Prey 2017. Now, to end this video, like I said, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put any comments in the comment section below. Be more than happy to reply back if and whenever possible. And so, like I said, if you really want to play these games, like I said, I do highly recommend playing these. I think they're one of the best I've ever played, other than Prey 2017. So, I'll just put it at that. But anyways, this is Jake here. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. And I'll chat you guys later. Peace.